Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker 3 Max Crown Realty. Somebody asked me last week how I got into the business and why I got into the business, and it's not a fascinating story, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years, and my background before having children was with Revenue Canada. I did a little bit of management with Gilles and his optometry business, and then kind of as my kids got older, I did get a job at Kmart in the photography section, and there soon realized that I was really good at sales. I was left alone in that first month as my coworker went on vacation, and actually had really great production with the sale of certain packages. Anyways, in the middle of the 10 years, about 5 years into me being home, we decided to sell our house. And it was, in hindsight, like, it was a weird experience then. And in hindsight, now that I've been in the business for many years, it was kind of a bizarre situation. So we listed with someone who my husband knew from his business, an acquaintance from his business. And he did an open house, and we lived on the lake. He brought his daughter to come and sunbathe during the open house, which I thought was kind of bizarre. And he brought us an offer of exactly what we paid for it. And I thought, boy, it just doesn't sit right. I can't believe that the market's not moved. We've been there for 4 or 5 years already. Anyways, what I said to him was, how about you let me promote and I'll do an open house. Give me a week. Nothing happens, then we may consider that offer. I mean, in hindsight, now that I've been in the business all these years, what a stupid thing to do. I would never say to my client, yeah, go ahead and do your thing. Let me know how it works out. At any rate, I did a bunch of promotion. Back then, print was big, and I did an open house and had lots of traffic because, that was before the internet. And this couple came with their 3 boys, and they just loved the house, and they wanted to put in an offer. And I said, well, just call my realtor. I am obligated to my realtor. And then I get a call a couple of days later from a realtor, and a very high profile realtor who we knew just from seeing that person, around town and at lunches and stuff. Anyways, that person called and kind of reamed into me, what are you doing telling your people to call your realtor? I sent them to your open house. Well, number one, like, I don't send people to open houses. Like, she didn't even know about my house. So I know that that's not really what happened. But nonetheless, we ended up putting the deal together. And my thought was, my God, if these people are making a living, I certainly can make a great living, because it was just not a great experience. And in hindsight, now that I've been in the business for many, many years, like, so many weird, strange things happened. Nonetheless, our deal was, I could stay home with the kids until the last one went to school. So when Robert was heading off to school, I got my real estate license, mostly because it allowed me the flexibility to get them on the bus and to be home. So I scheduled my time so that, I was there for my kids. Those first 5 years were really difficult because Gilles worked 9 to 5, and I had to work around the school schedule and his schedule. But nonetheless, the business grew, and I think if you talk to my kids, it was probably a very difficult time. It certainly wasn't easy. You get your real estate license, but nobody really tells you what to do after you know all the laws. So in those couple of years, I went to 2 different brokerages before I finally settled at Remax, which has really been home for me for more than 24 years. So it was an interesting, your business at the beginning. You're starting from the bottom. You're building a new business, and then as my kids got older and needed me less, the business blossomed, and then just really blossomed when they left the nest. And so business is great. 99% of my business is repeat and referral business, and life is good. So if anyone out there is thinking of getting into real estate, please reach out so I can give you some reality about the business. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remax.net or 705-561-2360. Have a great long weekend.